I was about 14 years old when I went to a Christian camp in North Carolina. That meant I was in the mountains, so I was always outside. On one such occasion, everybody decided to go on a hike to a nearby waterfall to escape the activities around camp. This sounded like a great idea, and it was something that we were all looking forward to. And we were joined by our counselors, so what could really happen? So when we made it to the waterfall, everything was great. The camp counselors allowed us to go up to the waterfall, and with our backs turned up against the rock wall where the water met, we just kind of just crawled along the side of the waterfall until we made it to the other side. And when it was my turn, I was like, heck yeah. So I made it about to where halfway where the waterfall is, and immediately I just lost the ground. The ground just disappeared. And in that moment, I just panicked. So I just went all the way into like the sinkhole where the waterfall is. And I feel like I was probably about maybe 1.5 feet from where the surface was. And my arms were just reaching out, just full on panic mode, just trying to figure out what I needed to do to get myself out of this situation. So I kept trying to yell for help. Nobody could hear me. Everything was just rushing so fast, my adrenaline, everything. And I just tried to grab onto the rocks, and then everything was just so slippery. And in one moment, I just grabbed onto this one rock, and this one rock just would not budge. And I finally found my grip, and I pulled myself out of that situation. And when I got out, I went over to the camp counselor, and I was like, hey, like, I just fell into this waterfall. I was screaming for help. I was panicking. I almost died. And he just kind of just stared at me and just looked at me and was like, I didn't hear you yell at all. And in that moment, it made me realize that when you're in a situation that feels almost harmless, you shouldn't, you should always think twice about it. Because anything can happen. So you always have to make sure that you're paying attention to what you're doing at all times, because if you run into situations like I do, your life could be on the line. So